Shalom, shalom. It's good. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Let's get to it, man. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all infinite praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakodash, and, and double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops, the followers of the earth that push and teaching this truth, man. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the very few brothers and sisters out there of the household of faith, believing in this testimony of ours, which is in the spirit of in the spirit through the spirit of power Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. And as always, man, the prophets, you know, as we believe of ourselves, Salakia, don't know what the fuck I going on with my words, trying to speak fast or whatever. But as we us prophets, the prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we come out to bring you the truth, to bring you the gospel, and to bring you the edification of these scriptures, man. All right. And during these times we are living through, and the times we in now, man, we got to continue to have a level head to continue to do what we got to do so that the elect may continue to be edified and continue to be exhorted through these times, man. All right. This ain't no slack job, where you could just do this and drop, whenever you feel pleased. All right. This is um this is an obligation for us, man. An obligation to do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. And real quick, I bring out a precept. Let's see what the fuck going on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, 62, Salaki, 62. The book of Isaiah 62 in verse 6, it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. All right. And remember that Jerusalem is a people before it could ever be a place. You know, it is a nation before it ever be a place. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. You see? So we got to continue to do what we got to do. Scripture said, give him no rest. All right, give him no rest. Give the Heavenly Father no rest as to establishing us, say a top nation of the world. As he has promised, say to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's a fat ass wall. All right. To our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. Through Jacob, in which the promise was made. Salak, you know. So man, Salak, I want to get into a couple things, especially about the war. Say everything that's going on. You got let me see. Let me see if I can find some clips. Find anything to bring out. All right. Cause everything is happening fast, man. Everything is happening real fast. You know, brothers doing lessons. You know what I'm saying, on the war, of course, of what's going on, and of course of what's everything that's going on here in Babylon the Great. You know, with these people starting to wake up to the fact that their government, their their politicians and all that, they are corrupt. You know, can't trust them. You know, say division amongst them themselves. You know, say as they work together to push on this new world order. All right, these people can't work together, man. All right, I'm trying to see, man. And then the whole thing that's going on over there in the war, you got the soldiers over there cowarding. You know what I'm saying? They scared of shit. You know they scared of shit. All right. And there's so many priests that I want to go to, man. Let me actually bring this one out. All right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse. I'm gonna jump down to the point, verse 8. All right. Cause this is the time we living in, man. This is the time that we are in. All right. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time of love, a time to hate. All right. A time of war and a time of peace. All right. And if we read above to the first verse, it will let you know that there's a purpose and a time for everything that's under the heavens. You know. But if I go ahead and read it to verse 1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right. We are in the time of war now. All right. We are in the time of war. You see. And the American people, they on edge as to you know what I'm saying, for Trump and him doing all of this for the sake of him not um for the sake of him not taking accountability for him being in the fouls. You know, all this was started because of the fouls. You know, they didn't want to take accountability. You know, you had Bill Gates and you know what I'm saying, Hillary and Bill Clinton, right? Bill Gates, he, you know what I'm saying apologizing or whatever the case may be, right? And then with Hill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, shit. What was I about to get? Damn. With Hillary Clinton, you know, as they was questioning her about, you know, saying her involvement in the files, you know, she want to throw a little fit. You know, she feel attacked. So you know what I'm saying, and that's a little kid ass shit. You know, they ask you a question, you can just answer. That's all you gotta do is just answer it. All right. But with her, she threw a whole tantrum, you know, a temper tantrum. Like this is unbelievable. This is how they say it? This is unacceptable. La la la. You know, she feeling that way. And then with Bill Clinton, his ass fucking when they were looking at the photos, while they were looking at the pictures, his ass was just sitting there smiling at the pictures, man, smiling. You see? So these people, man. These people are they something else. All right. Excuse me. Let's see, man. And and to speak on this draft. Matter of fact, let's speak on the draft real quick. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's hot and heavy as of right now, right? And I just this me just look scrolling through for like clips here and there to show you. 'Cause I ain't really came out here with anything set, of course. Just going through the spirit of everything, which we do when we come out to the highways and hedges. You know, certain things we want to show, some things, we'll bring out, show it to you. All right. But mainly it's just going through the spirit. But this right here, man, um, let me just, I just found this. So let me just, hold on, Salaki. I'm going to just play it. I ain't going to show it. But this the caption they got here. Lindsey Graham says he would ask South Carolina to send their sons and daughters to war. All right. Listen up.
Help you construct a new Mideast. You need to up your game here. I can't go to South Carolina and say we're fighting and you won't publicly fight. What you're doing behind the scenes, that has to stop. The double dealing of the Arab world when it comes to this stuff needs to end. I go back to South Carolina. I'm asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast. What I want you to do in the Mideast to our friends in Saudi Arabia and other places, step forward and say, this is my fight too. I join America. I'm publicly involved in bringing this regime down. If you don't, you're making a great mistake and you're going to cut off the ability to have a better relationship with the United States. I say this as a friend. Help you construct a new Mideast.
He says that as a friend. But yet America got it. America really Trump, which really he attached to America. So you can say America or Trump, whatever. Trump is bringing America down with him. All right. He knew going into this war he was not going to win. All right. He was not prepared. They went into war. They went in with a strategy, the same old strategy that they had way before the weapons of mass destruction whole ideology. The Iran got weapons of mass destruction. They said that shit. They said that shit for uh uh, uh for all the other countries that be saying about that. For Iraq, they be saying it for theirs. All right. So they're using that same tactic on Iran, but yet Iran is way more prepared than the rest of the other countries that they done took over already. All right. Iran is way more prepared for that. And America didn't realize that. Well, Trump, he didn't realize that. And then, wasting a bunch of ammunition, which is money, right? A bunch of your tax-paying money. He wasting just shooting it all, as various different spots with the Iranians, they're attacking key spots. They're attacking key spots. America, they doing the same, but yeah, they if you saw the video of the Iranians, they painted fire jets and helicopters and all that at one of their bases. I'm guessing. America ended up attacking those painters and they didn't destroy a damn thing. They were attacking fake planes. It was the Iranians. They took the time out to paint those stuff, paint the planes. The fighter jets and all that. They took time to shape it out, paint it. All right. And then when the time comes, when Trump wanted to bomb them, they ain't bombing nothing but pavement. They literally ain't bombing nothing but straight concrete. All right. And with the people that seeing that, of course, they having a ball just on watching that. And matter of fact, let me go get that real quick. I just been watching on Edo Pastor Hard video when he saw it. So Salaki, hold on. All right, here you go. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right, but just listen, cause like I said, let me see. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, but fair use, fair use. Watch this. Exactly, man. You see? Let me let's see. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. Watch this. These people are dying laughing all this stuff, man. You know? Let me get a quick precept. All right. Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. People are looking at you like, is this really America? Is this the America that we grew up listening to? That is the best, got the best military in the world, as Trump continued to boast in it, got the best military in the world, but are they smart? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 7, concerning Edom. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right. You got outsmarted by paintings. You got outsmarted by paintings. It's crazy. Crazy work. All right. But again, this is all the Lord is doing. The Lord is just this the Lord showing it, showing all the nations in the world that this devil is really ain't all that smart as he claimed that he is. He ain't all that wise that he claimed that he is. All right. Trump is not. Trump is damn sure ain't wiser than a damn rock. He's not as wise as a rock at all. This man is literally about. This man is kindergarten level reading. All right. So back to Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 and 16 again. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. So like the sun. The cup of the Lord's right hand should be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing should be upon thy glory. And let's go into the word shameful spewing. All right. Shameful spewing. I think I went into the word before. Con Sulak. Trying to get this word real quick. I'm going down soon. Need to get better as my Hebrew. All right, shameful spewing. The word for that is Koyakwalawam one. Koyakwalawan. Koyakwalawan. All right. And it means disgrace, shame. All right. Koyakwalawan. Koyakwalawan. All right. Koyakwalawan. It means disgrace. All right, let's go further to the root. Kwalawan, meaning shame, disgrace, dishonor. All right. You're being dishonored amongst your own people as well. Because your own people is bringing out facts about you. All right. They're bringing out um your own people looking at the war, and they bringing out everything that you're doing wrong and seeing that your fall is coming. Your fall is coming. Even rabbis, rabbis are saying that y'all this place is falling, man. All right, rabbis. They know that this place is falling, man. And matter of fact, there's another one. There's a video of a quote unquote rabbi. I don't know what he is, honestly. Uh, let me see if I can grab that real quick. No, he was going into the war as well. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Listen up, and again, fair use, fair use. All right.
Scary, but 1980, when Iraq was struck, that was the beginning to World War III. And World War III will begin in the Middle East by striking Israel, by this superpower which is not America. It's Mr. Shanghai, Ni Hao, China, and with it Russia, and North Korea, and Iran. Okay, so Iran will be involved. But these are the small players, but the main players are Russia and China.
Now, the first few bits of what he's saying is basically what we were saying, you know what I'm saying, for the longest now. All right? He's saying what we've been saying for the longest already. You know, the first bit of this. I ain't really watched all of it, so yeah.
Battle will be between two superpowers, East and West. What is West? America and Great Britain. East, China and Russia. These are the two superpowers will flex their muscles in what is called Armageddon. In the Middle East, they will show what powers they have and what wisdom they have achieved and what technology they have reached and what is going to be the knowledge of humanity, which is the destruction of humanity.
Knowledge shall increase. All right? And what he going into about the West against the East, UK and the US against China and Russia. The UK also going to turn on the US as well. The UK not going to give a fuck about the US. And these nations, first of all, the elites know exactly what's going to happen to America. They know exactly what's going to happen to America. They know exactly what's going to happen. Their rabbis, the people that they got, you know, see over there in the land. I even say some over here, you know, they got their temples, you know, saying their, you know, saying buildings that they teach in their homes or whatever the case may be. They're doing lessons on the fact that this ties into the prophecy of the scriptures. They doing videos of that, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let's see. No, I don't think it's on here. And honestly, I kind of forgot what I was looking for anyway, just that quick. But whatever. Here's another clip, you know, of a rabbi or whatever he is.
The United States is not at war with Iran. The U.S. is at war with China. Only Jews know Iran is just the battlefield. Here's what the news isn't telling you. China and Iran signed.
And to let you know before you get, you know what I'm saying, get food, this is AI. This is an AI rabbi or Jew or whatever the fuck you want to call themselves.
The 25-year
They'll call themselves anything nowadays and just still want to be called Jews, so whatever.
partnership. China buys 15% of its oil from Iran, invests billions in Iranian infrastructure. Iran China's foothold in the Middle East. So when America attacks Iran, we're really attacking China's strategy. Why does this matter? The Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's oil flows through there. Iran controls it. China needs it. If America takes out Iran, we control China's energy supply. Jews understand proxy.
And if you want to just think about the reasons of why China deal with Iran, just think about it. They're literally right there. The cost of traveling there is gonna be a little cheaper. It's gonna be way more cheaper, right? And China, and I brought this out before, or I mentioned,
We've been caught in
and I mentioned this with other people as well. And I'll just play it back on the thing. Not China buys China buys 80 to 90% of their oil from Iran. From Iran. All right. So Iran is a very, very, very crucial asset, a very crucial asset to China. All right. If Iran falls, China falls quicker than it should already. All right.
them for 5,000
Let me play this back a little bit.
in the Middle East. So when America attacks Iran, we're really attacking China's strategy. Why does this matter? The Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's oil flows through there. Iran controls it. China needs it. If America takes out Iran, we control China's energy supply. Jews understand proxy wars. We've been caught in them for 5,000 years. America doesn't want to fight China directly, so we fight their allies instead. Take out Iran, weaken China. But here's what China is doing. Letting America get stuck in the Middle East, drain our military resources, exhaust our economy. While China focuses on Taiwan and the South China Sea, we're spending billions bombing Iran. China is spending billions building their military. This is exactly what happened to the Soviet Union. They got bogged down in Afghanistan for 10 years, bled them dry, bankrupted them, collapsed the empire. China studied that playbook and now they're using it on us. Let America waste money in the Middle East while we build power in Asia. Jews see this pattern because we've lived through it. The war isn't in Tehran. The war is in Beijing. Iran is just where we're fighting.
And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, this is, looking at it strategically, as to how these nations are operating. When you trying to compete,
If you want to learn
when you trying to compete against a global power, another global power that's opposite of you, or whatever the case may be, but yet how you got up, you use the same strategy over and over and over and over and over again. But yet that strategy only worked on smaller nations, right? It's only worked on smaller nations. When you try to come up against a big army or a bigger army than what you used to go against, but yet you try to do the same old strategy against that army, do you not know that that army or that nation could possibly have some intel on you? They could possibly have the same damn near equipment as you. Advanced radar, advanced tracking systems, right? Advanced defensive systems. They could have all that shit. But yeah, you're trying to use the same tactics that you know for a fact that worked on nations that ain't had all that did not had all that whatsoever. But yet here it is. You're gonna try it on a bigger nation, a bigger country that has way more than the rest of the other countries. Way more. All right. China's way more advanced than Iran. China's way more advanced than Iraq. All right. So when it comes to knowing the tricks of the Americans, knowing the U.S. tricks, their strategies, so their game plans and all that other shit, China basically up there. They're basically up there. And with Iran, the Russians are helping them to detect where American bases at, giving them intel as to where these people at. Man, you mean to tell me that America gonna win this war? And not even to mention 100. I got you. I got you.
According,
Listen,
according to credible reports and official statements by the Iranian government, that 173 members, officers, and men of the famed Delta Force are in their hands as captured prisoners of war, and others were killed. What apparently happened was that the United States attempted a military landing, which went disastrously wrong, was ambushed by a superior force of IRGC fighters who killed and took 173 people prisoner. That's quite a haul of prisoners of war from an elite American unit.
An elite American unit. He's supposed to be damn near the best out there. You know, the best military unit of American soldiers that know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They just got captured, 173 of them, and the others was killed. You mean to fucking tell me that Trump is pushing this propaganda out that America is winning this war, America gonna get this victory, but yet your men is over there dying, captured. Part of it, they getting tortured as well. Hey Trump, you got some shit on your hands, my boy. You got some shit on your hands, my boy. All right. And let's not even go into the numbers of the Americans that's dying over there. Let's not even get into the numbers. That shit constantly rising every single fucking day. Every single day. Trump is 6 Americans that died. Motherfucker, who in the fuck will believe that shit? Who? Only dumbass Americans, right? Only dumbass Americans will believe in some bullshit like that. 6 Americans died. Okay, bringing them right over here. He also said that, the fuck did he say? He was speaking about that. He said he got to go over there. It was a speech that he made. Man, fuck that shit. I know where the clip at. I know exactly where the clip at. I tell you, when brothers post and you see what's going on, man. Hey, we are not called watchmen for no reason. We actually watch. We're really watching what's going on, man. Unlike what some of you Israelite camps out there don't even go into prophecy, but later on want to call yourselves prophecy. You want to call yourselves men in the Lord. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Dover, very sad situation. To greet the families of.
Yep. Hey, listen up to what you about to say. Listen up.
I'll be going right after this. I'll be leaving for Dover. Very sad.
Well, matter of fact, hold on. Let me read this real quick. This caption states, it says, after his remarks at the Shield of the America Summit in Miami, so it was a summit that he been to where he made a speech. All right, President Trump would head to Dover for the dignified transfer of the U.S. soldiers killed since the start of the Iran conflict. He says he'll greet the families of the heroes who are coming home from Iran. When speaking of the casualties, he said he and the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth would keep it at a minimum. Okay, what do we say? Listen up.
Right after this, I'll be leaving for Dover. Very sad situation. To greet the families of the heroes coming home from Iran. They're coming home in a different manner than they thought they'd be coming home. But they're great heroes in our country, and we're going to keep it that way. There's always, when it comes to war, there's
always that. But we're going to keep it to a minimum, I think, Pete. And going to be something, a service that we're really providing, not for the Middle East, but for the world. These were sick people, very sick people. I'll be going right after this. I'll be leaving for
This man is hell.
Bush.
But y'all don't understand why we say he is the true Lord. Y'all don't understand why. Cause y'all don't see past y'all don't see past the smoke screen, so to speak. Y'all can't see past the smoke screens, man. All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 55, and verse 21. It reads, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." All right. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. War is constantly in these devil's hearts. They constantly want to seek after destruction, chaos, you know, just to forward their plan, just to forward their new world order, you know. So they gotta constantly, you know what I'm saying, of course, in public they gotta be fake about it, you know. They gotta be fake about it. In public they're gonna put on the front, you know. We're trying to do this, we're trying to do this, you know what I'm saying, this is in motion, so hopefully it'll go this way, this, not the third, you know what I'm saying, peace talks is coming. You know what I'm saying? We have faith that they will agree, and no, it's none of that. Back in closed doors, these devils are really trying to rage war. They're really trying to rage war. And again, they all on the script. They all are doing the bidding of the elites, of the small hats. That's all it is. These people don't give a fuck about none of y'all whatsoever. All right. Proverbs 6:14. Forwardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. All right, constantly, even amongst his own kin, amongst his own kind, he sowed discord just to get what the fuck he wants. You know. So let's see any more. But going back to that, the draft. You know, what I brought out with the video of Lindsey Graham. You know, with his ass saying he gonna go to South Carolina, saying, "Ooh, we need your sons and your daughters and to go into war." You sending them into a war that they didn't even want from the start. This is not their war, you know. But y'all do what y'all do though. Y'all do exactly what y'all do. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do what y'all want at the end of the day. Y'all gonna do what y'all want at the end of the day. All right. But just know you're gonna send them. You're gonna send them. You're gonna send these people kids to their death. These people kids don't know nothing about war. They know nothing about war. So you're gonna send them to their death. You ain't gonna send them with no training or none of that. No, we need you to go out there, get fitted, do what you need to do, and just hey, go. You know, they may just get them with just a little tiny bit of training, just a little bit, tiny bit of training. Go over a few stuff just to, you know what I'm saying, get them an idea of what's going on. Then boom, you going. But they don't give a fuck. All right. And I wish I still had that video of which how they was discussing how the draft was gonna be. You know, they say of course 18-year-olds to 28 or 26. Shit, even older than that. You know what I'm saying? The numbers don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna send off 18-year-olds and them older than that. All right, old ass people as well. Those who are veterans. They'll send them as well. They don't care. They don't care. All right. said that draft was gonna come, man. That draft was damn sure gonna come, man. It's about to come now. You see? Matter of fact, that's another point I want to mention as well. If you win in the war, you know what I'm saying, only 6 people died there. Why the fuck would you need a draft? Why would you need a draft? There's only 6 people dead, but yeah, you still got your whole unit. You still got those that are still alive, right? There's only 6 people that died, right? Why the fuck is there a draft? Why the fuck is there a draft? Oh, okay. All right. I guess I'm tripping, right? No, I'm not tripping. Cause we know that you devils are wicked as hell. Y'all just want to go out and send these people to their death. Now, when these people starting to realize what's going on and bring hell to the streets, then that's when you want to bring in martial law. That's when you want to bring in martial law. All right. And then the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you have put a hold on the you put a hold on the bulletin of fuck, what that shit called? Excuse me. Just so I can find an article on that. There we go. Gone. Here it is. Listen up. Listen up.
These sources are coming from Reuters and Daily Mail. Both of these news services come out of United Kingdom. Apparently, the White House has blocked all security threat bulletins from Homeland Security, FBI, from being released to the local law enforcement agencies in the United States of America. And it's also being reported that sleeper cell, I'm not a fearmonger, I'm just telling you what's being reported from news sources, the Daily Mail.
And honestly, fuck being a fearmonger. Fuck being a fearmonger. If people don't realize what's going on now, they could be in fear regardless. They could be in fear regardless. So the people get scared, fuck them. If they're not ready, oh well, so be it. You know? You just give these warnings out, and whatever they do is upon them.
And Reuters, you can look it up yourself. Sleeper cells have been activated in the United States of America, and the White House has blocked all security bulletins that are coming out of Homeland Security and the FBI that normally would advise the local authorities of what potential threats are out there.
So basically, because his ass is going to keep talking slow as hell. So basically, the reports of, you know what I'm saying, suspicious activity, you know what I'm saying, could be possible threats. The reports of that is being put on hold. All right. And for the law enforcement, the local law enforcement agencies, for them to actually be on point of what's to come, they need those reports. Which at the end of the day, they got social media. People ought to know what's going on. They can look up things for themselves, right? But no. You know what I'm saying? They're holding the reports of these things, you know what I'm saying, what they need to watch out for. Real quick, let me see if I can get a quick precept on that. A quick precept on that. I'm actually getting the NOT. I'm going to put in the NOT. Let's see, where is it? Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 14. In the NOT, it reads, "The Lord of heaven's armies has taken this vow and has sworn to it by his name. Your cities will be filled with enemies, like fields swarming with locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. All right, your cities will be filled with enemies, like fields swarming with locusts. You see that? And they will shout in triumph over you. You know how these they be screaming Allah Akbar, Allah," that's what they be screaming. You know, that's what they could be screaming in the streets of Babylon real soon. Real soon. 'Cause that's how they do it, man. The Iranians, what I'm saying. Why I say like this, Elamites, Ishmaelites, they're gonna do it, man. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. You see, let me go to what I was gonna get before. Second Ezra 16 and verse 30. 32, I mean, Slocky. Second Ezra 16 and verse 32. And it reads, the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. Her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. It's talking about the war. All right? And the next verse solidifies it. Verse 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Let's go over to the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, the last two verses, right? The last two verses. Isaiah 3 and 25, and it reads, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. Ain't we in war right now? Yes, we is. Exactly. And her gates shall lament and mourn. She being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And that's speaking of the women. All right. Mainly our women, but understanding, in the times, hey, this could be damn near almost all women. Damn near almost all women. Those who husbands or, sons or whatever the case may be, get sent off or they in a war and die. The husbands are going to be sent over into the war. They're going to die. But for those, for the husbands that are going to die here in the streets, because of race wars, class wars, whatever wars that's going to take place here, there's going to be all kinds of wars here, man. All right. And right after this is Isaiah 4 and 1. And we know that's coming to pass soon. All right. So yeah, man, we here, man. That's the only thing to say about all this is that is happening. We're here. We're here. All right. So just looking through a few things. Let's see. It was something else that I wanted to grab. Here it is. The people in Israel, they oh goodness, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. I bet y'all feel like the people now, huh? I bet y'all feel like the people now. I bet y'all is. I know y'all seen this. The people in Israel, as they see this getting bombed, whoo wee, whoo wee. As they ain't trying to let you over there in Israel, they're not letting nobody see the damages. They're not letting nobody see the damage that Iran is causing over there in Israel. Well, okay, well if it's not as bad, then why it seemed like damn near uh what it says here thousands was look more than the thousand, look more than just thousands, right? But just no, excuse me, just the headline that it says mass evacuations reported in Israel amid escalating conflict. Thousands of Israeli residents are reportedly moving towards the southern part of the country, down to the deserts. All right, these people are literally walking. These people are literally walking, man. Oh, this is beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful, man. They're literally walking. I don't know if you can if you can actually see it. I'm not sure. All right, try to keep my arm still. But the people is dead walking. All right, and then you got the U.S. They were withdrawing their forces. They withdrawing their forces from the bases in the Arabian Gulf, in the Gulf over there, man. See?
Man, Rich Rat.
Nigga, I'm so sorry for the fact that you can barely see, but hopefully I can somewhat can tell. You see it, man. Oh, this is beautiful. Real quick. On the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 8. And it reads, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the sword of my jealousy. All right. And again, going back to going back to what I said earlier. This is Lord orchestrating all this that's happening, man. All right. This is His determination. All right. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. All right, Judah and Jerusalem is speaking of the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. All right, the whole nation of Israel, not just the northern kingdom, nor not just the southern kingdom. Both kingdoms will be brought together again. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. In the Hebrew, it's Yahweh-Shaphat. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right. And to think about it, when we explained it, when somebody ever try to come up to us and ask us why all this happening, and we go to the scriptures and we bring out what's going on, these people could be left confounded. They wouldn't dare to ever think about that. The Lord is doing this all for the sake of these people putting us in slavery. All right. Why? Again, well, why is the Lord doing it for the sake of the Salakia? Is another way I was trying to say it. You people may ask, well, why we gotta suffer for that. Why we gotta suffer? Because of reincarnation. You don't understand reincarnation. That's the one thing that people don't get. They don't understand. They don't understand reincarnation. So therefore, the reason for all this to happen, hey, so be it. The Lord just gotta kill off some of you people, man. Jump down to verse 11. Joel 3 and 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen in this damn sun. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come unto the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You see? And why the Lord going to judge them? Again, because of the fact that these nations, back uh, over 500 years ago, right? Even before then, they parted the land. Well, going back to where there was before World War One, these devils been planning on trying to depart part the land of Israel. All right, because again, nobody knows that the land of Israel, of course, as you would know it, is the land of the Israelites. It's the land of the Israelites, right? And that is our land, the land of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right. But what nobody also don't know is that this is the time when the wicked will rule. You know what I'm saying? These people don't really know all that we know. All right. They don't know all that we know. So you see, we try to explain this thing, to the T with them. They ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna understand. So that's why in these times they're gonna start bugging out. They're gonna start bugging out, doing what they want to do. Ultimately fail in their goings. Because these people gonna start trusting in guns and swords. Whatever the case may be, but they're not trusting in the Lord. All right. People don't understand that the Lord can get them out of this situation. 100%. And speaking of our people, but how much more of our people actually trust in the Lord? How many of our people do know the Lord? You see? So it's some question that our people got to ask about themselves. All right. As well as us, as we continue to be in this faith. You know, do we truly believe? Do we truly trust in the Lord? That's a question that we got to ask ourselves. What the scriptures say: examine ourselves, rather ye be in the faith. All right. Uh, so like verse 13. Yeah, come on, 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The facts overflow, for the wickedness is great. All right. And the Lord is coming down to put the end to wickedness. The Lord is putting the end to wickedness once He sent His Son, Yahweh Shai. All right. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. There's another I'm thinking about now. It was reports going on that in Iran is black rain that's going on right now. They receiving black rain, which I believe is saying oil mixed with water. So that's why it's black rain, so to speak. It's just oil. It's oil all over the place, man. So verse 16, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord Yahweh will be the hope of his people. and the strength of the children of Israel. You see, only the strength of those who he trusts in, Salakia, those who he chosen, Salakia, those who he chosen as his particular people. And who is that? The Israelites, man. All right, the Israelites. All right, real quick, the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse. Now, Salakia, the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, "Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth, those who was born for the three sons of Salakia, those who were born from the three sons of Noah. All right, everybody's from those three sons. Every single person upon this planet Earth is born from one of those three sons. All right, and for the Israelites, they born out of the son of Shem. All right, through the line of Shem is where the Israelites had came out of. All right, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities, man. You see, and that's still to this day the Israelites are suffering from the curses. Still to this day, but soon the curses will be flipped upon Esau, Edom. All right, and he's starting to do that now. All right, you look upon what's going on in the world. You look upon what's going on in Babylon now. What you see in a whole bunch of Edomites homeless. You know, them suffering from paying off their bills and all that stuff, man. You know, so they suffering from the curses, man. All right, they're not getting the lower class Edomites. You know, those that are like us, they're not getting as much as what I'm saying they've been promised, quote unquote. You know, their own people are treating them worse. You know, treating them like us. All right. What was I want to get? Let me go to the Book of Revelation. All right. You know, I may just end on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this as well. This is another one of the video of them people, the Israelis. They, saying they're running away from their homes. You can barely see that as well. It is what it is. But these people, they hauling ass for their country, man. All right. I also want to play this as well. I forgot the name of him, but he spake on this long ago. I mean, long ago. All right, and I guess they killed him. The caption says here, you know, and you're gonna see who I'm talking about, but just listen to what he about to say, man. Just listen to everything that he about to say. All right, fair use, fair use, fair use.
What role in the Middle East again does Israel play in this?
Israel was created as the instrument to bring about the Battle of Armageddon and the fulfillment of prophecy, a war that would be so terrible, where nuclear weapons would be used, so that the American citizens and the other people in the world would get down on their knees and beg for no more war. What does the the answer to that, they're going to be told the only way we can guarantee no more war is if we destroy the sovereignty of nations and we come together as one humanity in one world.
Right. Okay. And the Jewish people were then being manipulated into believing it was for some other reason.
That's correct. They've always been manipulated. I get people who still come to me all the time and say, Bill, you're all wrong. It's the Jews. The Jews are somewhere in the world. Man, it's not the Jews. It's not the Catholics. It's not the blacks. It's these men who belong to the ancient mystery schools who meet in secret beside the fate of the world. And they belong to all different races and all different nationalities and all different religions to the public point of view. But in secret, it's a different story. At the highest level of all countries, they all belong to the same club. And we, the people, sit back and we watch this grand drama, which is being played out for our benefit, not theirs. If it wasn't for us, we didn't even have to do any of this. But you see, they just can't come out and destroy all of us because they need slaves. They need people to make their shoes, make their cars, and mine the
That's right.
They need worker bees, and that's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
We be the worker bees, the slaves.
That's exactly why they want you chipped. They want you controlled. All right, just so you won't question a damn thing. They want. How did John D. Rockefeller say it? I don't want a nation of workers. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. John D. Rockefeller said that, man. I want a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. I want people to bow down to me. All right. I don't want nobody that won't, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna do what I say, ain't gonna kiss the bottom of my foot or whatever, and lick that bitch if I say so. No, I want people, you know what I'm saying? I want individuals that will work for me, that will do exactly what I say. And that's the mindset of these devils. They got a ruling class mentality. So therefore they're gonna plan whatever, all right, which is which is them, you know what I'm saying, making the MOTB mandatory and ultimately chipping everybody, man. All right. Chipping everybody on the planet Earth just so they can be in the system. That's so they can see everything they do. All right. And matter of fact, again, bringing all this to the scriptures, they want that birthright back. They want the birthright back, and they're not going to get it back. They only trying to receive the birthright by doing exactly what the fuck they're doing right now. All right. They trying to receive it. They trying to get back the birthright just by creating chaos upon the planet Earth. Then be like, oh, it's too much chaos. We got to do something about it. All right. And then through them and after the new world order, they're going to execute a plan where those who don't comply, those who don't obey, then we just have to put you in the prison or have you, you know what I'm saying, X out of society. Or we'll just put you to death. We'll just put your ass to death. All right. We'll just put you to death if you're not going to obey. If you're not going to be, you know, say a servant unto us, man. All right. And that's the mindset of these devils. That's what these devils going for. That's what they pushing for. All right. And they ain't going to stop at nothing till they achieve it. All right. And through us, through the man, the Lord, all right, the prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shah, all right, the Heavenly Father setting us up to bring you the truth, to bring you the truth, to tell you the truth. All right. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, for our people only, right? It's only for us, only for our people. All right. This message is only for our people. And the message is you take that MOTB, you take that mark, your ass gonna die. Your ass gonna die. You're not gonna receive salvation. You're not gonna be in the church to be with the Lord. No, you're gonna die here and you're gonna be reborn in the kingdom. All right. You're not gonna receive a stylish welcome. You know, a pleasing welcome to our kingdom. No, you're gonna die here in America and you're gonna restart in the kingdom. All right, you're not going to reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Of what the Lord had prophesied through us. All right. So it is what it is, man. All right, but yeah, with that, I'm gonna just go ahead and end it, man. All right. If you continue, fucking shit, man. We continue to watch the prophecy, continue to occupy ourselves in the prophecies, you know, and continue to please the Lord with our works. Ultimately, Lord's wood that He is pleased of our works. Lord's wood that Yahweh Shemel Shai, we continue to keep us in His grace in these times to come, man. All right, Lord's will that mercy will be upon us in these last days. Okay. And also, since I was talking about rabbis earlier as well, I'm gonna mention this real quick. This is from the Anton headlines, and this is posted 2 hours ago. And this is what it says: Rabbi claims the Messiah is coming this year, and the war with Iran is the proof. All right, I'm gonna read that one more time. This is from the Anton headlines, End Times headlines. All right, and this is what they posted 2 hours ago. Rabbi claims the Messiah is coming this year, and the war with Iran is the proof. All right, and with these the so-called, all right, the false chosen people, all right, the false chosen people, they believe that the Messiah didn't come already. We believe that the Messiah came already, which is through the scripture. We believe it happened already. It really did. It just they pushing that vibration out there just to make it seem like make people doubt it, just to make people doubt. See, but that's why they are the wicked. That's why they're the wicked that the Bible speaks of. That's why they're not even that's why they're not the Lord's chosen people. All right, that's why they're not the Lord's chosen people. That they speak on lies that is truly blasphemous, truly blasphemous. All right. So yeah, man. Yeah, with that, I'm going to end it. All right. If there ain't nothing else to bring out, which I'm pretty sure is not, but Lord's will that I may, come up with another lesson later on, saying to edify you on more. All right. As we continue to do, as our job is supposed to be. All right. That's a lucky. And we love what we do, man. We love what we do. All right. To the bottom of our soul that we love what we do, man. All right. And also not to mention, one of the pills that we gotta swallow. This part will be one. Well, not technically, but it's gonna be our last time doing this in this like fashion. In this like fashion, you know, in this like fashion, because we still gotta teach these other nations of our laws and statutes and commandments when we get in the kingdom. So it's not really a one and done thing, you know. But as the fashion of us have to suffer, you know, having to deal with our people as well for their unbelief. We don't got to deal with it no more after this. We don't got to deal with this no more, man. So see that. Look at me getting damn all sentimental and shit. you know, wait. I love what I love what I do, man. I love what I do. All right. And to edify the souls out there, the elect souls, I'll do anything. I don't give a fuck. All right. Doing what the Lord commanded me to do. All right. And the fact that I love the Lord so much that I'm gonna have to do it regardless. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know, I love the Lord, so I'm gonna do what He tells me. I'm gonna do what He tells me to do. Me and my words and shit. God damn it. Can't speak for shit. Cause when again, that sentimental shit, man. That sentimental shit. But anyways, Lord's Lord's will, y'all was edified through the spirit of power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Until the next time I come back with another lesson in exhortation, man. For you very few brothers and sisters out there, continue to hold in onto onto the Salaki. Continue to bleed, continue to hold on to the faith, continue to do what we got to do, man. All right. You brothers and sisters understand, you know what I'm saying, what you got to do. So we got to continue to do what we got to do, man. All right. We got to do what we got to do. And with that, I'm going to end it. Call Law Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakodash. All right. Why Baba Ball? Dealt to the wicked, man. All right. Dealt to this place. Dealt to all the wicked upon this earth that has been created for the sake of the Israelites, man. All right. May all the wicked die horrible death. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom.